How I cut this kaftan step by step is well detailed and well explained. Stay tuned. This video we are basically going to learn how to cut kaftan. I've already cut out trouser from this part of fabric. I'm going to cut out shirt from the remaining part of the fabric. From my measurement, the kaftan length is 41. So our measurement, if your kaftan measurement is 41, you measure 45 to be safe. And on cut. Mind you, this side is folded. This is how I fold the fabric. Like this, I fold it like this. Now, I still fold across like this. And I fold according to my chest measurement, 0.5. So I measure 13.5. Let me adjust this and make sure the tip is starting at 13.5. Good. I have 13.5. Good. I'm going to use this part to get my placket, get my cufflinks, and many more. It's not waste. Don't call it waste. Now this is it. After cutting, you open your fabric. Open it like this. Here is folded. Mind you, don't forget. So you still open it like this, and then you close it like this now. You will want to make sure the edges are aligned. You will want to be sure the edges are aligned. Good. After aligning the edges now, as you can see the edges are aligned, you use your iron and press it down. Make sure it's smooth and looking sharp. Now you can start transferring your measurements here. Before that, the first measurement we are going to transfer here is our shoulder slant. Is our shoulder slant. For this person, I told you for an average guy, you can use 2 to 3. You can use 2 to 3 inch. So I'm going to use 2.5 inch for this person. At this point, from this edge, the edge that is the free end, these are the folded side. You draw your straight line down here, straight line to the neck. You cut it. Our kaftan now, I told you, is going to overlap the front. The back is going to overlap the front by 2 inches. So we are going to drag this front panel. We are going to drag it down by 4 inches. We come to this point and measure 4 inches. We still drag it a bit. This is my 4 inches. This is my 4 inches. I will make sure the edges are aligned. Yes. And make sure the edges are aligned. These are aligned. Now I fold this side. I fold this side to overlap the front just by half of an inch as for my stitching allowance. Now I iron. Iron it, give it a neat press. So from here, his shoulder is 17. Use my tape and divide 17 by 2. I divide 17 by 2 and I mark. Then I add sewing allowance of 0.5. That's the only allowance I'm going to add at the shoulder. At this point now, at this point that I marked now, I get my armhole depth. Armhole depth is usually shoulder divided by 2 minus 1 if you want it to be fitted. But if you want it to be okay, the normal way, very okay, it's your shoulder divided by 2. That's your armhole depth. But if you want it to be a bit tight, you can come up by 1. So shoulder divided by 2 minus 1. This guy likes fitting. So I do shoulder divided by 2 minus 1, which is my 8.5. Okay, this time around I'm not going to minus it by 1. Let me minus it by just half of an inch. So I'm going to put 8. It will still be fitted. You guys will see the result of this. So I make a straight line. You want to make sure the line is straight. Straight horizontal line. And on the line, I extend the line to meet this point upward. This is it. Now on this line, this is the line where you transfer your chest line. Your armhole depth is your chest line. So you transfer your chest measurement. And our chest measurement is 42. So 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. This is my chest measurement, 10.5. Plus my allowance. And our allowance is 1 inch. This is my 1 inch allowance. Then I get my waistline. And waistline for kaftans is usually between your stomach and your chest. That's where you have your chest line. Normally is 17 for an average young man is 17. But you can measure it, you can as well measure it. So I mark out my 17 at this point. This is my chest line. I extend the line. You arrange it. Let me arrange this small so that you see what I'm going to be doing here. Now I want to get the slit. Depending on how you want your slit to be. I want my slit to be 10 inches upward. Sorry, to be 11 inches upward. So I get my hem. My down hem is going to be 2 inches plus allowance. I'm going to give 1 inches allowance. So I'm going to have 3 inches here. This is my hemming. Then from the hemming, I measure 10 inches upward. My slit opening is going to be 10 inches. I measure 10 inches. I mark. I draw this line. Now his chest measurement is 11.5. That is plus the seam allowance that we put. And now what I will do here is I will just add 0.5 inches here so that here will be a bit more freer than the up. Of course, for movement, for ease, for movement, you will not want your clothes to be fitted and tied. So you just add 0.5, or you can add 1 inch depending on your client. Then I'm going to add 0.5 here. Here is 11.5, so here I'll make it 12. And this is for my slit allowance. And now on this waistline, I'm going to transfer this measurement short of 0.5. Hope you understand. I'm going to just minus 0.5 from this measurement here. 11.5. I'm just going to transfer 11 here. It's just to introduce a little bit of shape to the cloth. Makes it fine, guys. It's not. Now from here, we cut out. We establish our armhole. We get our armhole curve. You always want to be sure your materials are aligned, properly aligned. From here, we get the middle of this, the center of this line. We measure and divide it by 2. We have 8 divided by 2, which is 4. At this point, you measure 0.5 inward. You pick up your curve. You draw a line that connects this to this point and to this point. You can curve it with your hand. Oh, I can use this guy. I like using it. Mind you, this curve that we established now is just going to be for the front panel, because you will not want the front of your clothes to be gathering materials to be folding at this side, the sleeve side. The back, of course, you know our back is usually more open than the front. So when cutting, we are going to first cut across this line, the main line. We are going to cut across this line and remove our back panel before we cut this curve only on the front panel. Just like I told you, we cut on this line first. Then you notch here and pick out this panel, only the one overlapping on the front. You cut across the curved line, and the front panel, you cut across the curved line. This point. Yes, this is it. Now, how to cut the neck? How to cut out the senator neck? You bring down your material. Guys, you want to always be sure these are aligned. This is aligned. For this guy, his neck measurement is 16.5. Now for this guy, his neck measurement is 16.5. Measure the vertical measurement, you measure 4.5, and the horizontal measurement, you transfer 2.5 as well. This neck is going to be, we are going to iron out the neckline here. Sorry guys, I had a technical challenge. I cut it out. I thought I was filming it, but only for me to find out that I was not filming it. Sorry, that it has stopped rather, not that I was not filming it. It stopped now. After you marked out, like I explained earlier, after you marked out your 4.5 here, you measure across 2.5 here, you mark. The next thing you do is you use this curve. Use your inner side of the curve, you curve it out, and you use this side and cut it out on here. Then you use your scissors and cut on the front panel, mind you, not on the back panel. On the front, you cut across this point. That's all. You are done with the neck. You are done with the neck. And now